This is the Tamobyke V20, a compact, tough-looking fat tire e-bike with a black aluminum frame, chunky 20-inch tires, a wide saddle, and tall, swept-back handlebars that put you in a relaxed, upright position. The frame lines are clean, the battery locks into the down tube, and the wiring is routed neatly around the head tube. There's suspension up front and a rear shock to smooth out bumps, plus hydraulic disc brakes and a bright headlight with integrated rear lighting. It looks like a mini trail machine built for city streets, back paths, and weekend dirt. From my experience, setup takes some patience, especially if you're new to e-bikes, but it's absolutely doable. The box includes a toolkit, kickstand, mudguard, pump, and reflectors, and the hardware comes pre-treated with thread locker on key bolts, which I appreciate. I like to lift bikes from above when I can, but if you're building this solo, use the included foam block under the pedals to keep the bike steady while you mount the front wheel. Make sure the handlebar cables pass through the center of the stem before you clamp it down. If the wires sit outside, they'll pull tight when you turn, and that can strain your connectors. Align the stem with the front wheel, tighten evenly, then install the bar clamp at the angle that feels right for your wrists. When you slide in the front wheel, remove the little brake wedge, guide the rotor between the brake pads, seat the axle fully into the dropouts, and tighten nuts on both sides evenly. I also suggest checking that both tires are properly seated on the rim. Add a bit of air, squeeze and rotate the tire all the way around to make sure the bead locks into the rim evenly, then inflate to riding pressure. These 20x4 tires feel best in the 15 to 25 psi range, depending on your weight and terrain. I'm 5'7" and about 180 pounds, and 20 psi on pavement and 16 to 18 psi on dirt works nicely for me. Charging is straightforward. The V20 is a 48-volt system. The charger shows 54.6 volts at 2A, which is standard for this battery. My unit is the single 48-volt 15.6 AH version. There's also a dual battery option that doubles capacity to 31.2 AH if you need longer range, but the single battery has been enough for my daily rides. Key features here include the 1000-watt rated rear hub motor with strong peak output, full suspension for comfort, hydraulic disc brakes for consistent stopping, and a multifunction LCD that's easy to read in daylight. The display shows speed, assist level, and battery status, and you can cycle to voltage, trip, and total mileage. The throttle is a half twist on the right, and there's a Shimano-style shifter if you prefer to pedal. The left control pod runs the power, assist, lights, turn signals, and horn. On the road, the V20 pulls harder than I expected for a compact fat tire bike. In my opinion, the 1000-watt setup with peak output around 2000 watts gives it serious punch off the line, and it climbs short hills with authority. I've seen an honest 27 to 29 miles per hour on flat pavement, using a mix of throttle and pedal assist level 3 to 5. The claimed top speed is around 28 miles per hour on this trim, and that lines up with what I'm getting. If you're lighter or riding with a tailwind, you might see a touch more. Pedal assist ramps in smoothly and doesn't lurch, and the gearing is decent for cruising in the high teens to low 20s without spinning out too badly. The half-twist throttle is responsive but not twitchy, which is important when you're threading traffic or rolling over loose gravel. Comfort is a big win here. The dual suspension takes the sting out of potholes and washboard paths, and those 4-inch fat tires add a layer of cushion while grabbing well on sand, gravel, and grass. The wide saddle is soft, and the slightly swept bars reduce pressure on the wrists and shoulders. I didn't think I'd like the taller handlebar position at first, but it's actually great for visibility and casual rides. The frame feels solid without flex, even when cornering harder than I probably should on a bike this short and wide. Braking performance is strong with the hydraulic discs. You get predictable lever feel and solid bite. I did hear a light squeak on the front brake during the first few rides. A proper bed-in fixed most of it. Accelerate to a moderate speed, then brake firmly a dozen times to transfer pad material to the rotor. If you still hear noise, clean the rotor with isopropyl alcohol and check that the caliper is centered over the rotor. Small adjustments go a long way. Battery life depends on how you ride. Using mostly pedal assist at moderate levels, I'm getting about 25 to 35 miles per charge, which matches what I expected for a 15.6 AH pack on mixed terrain. If I lean on the throttle at higher speeds, range drops to the mid-teens to low 20s. That's normal because wind resistance goes up fast as you approach 28 miles per hour. If you need more distance, the dual battery configuration is worth considering. Or just ride a notch lower on assist and let the motor help you maintain a steady pace. The removable battery makes charging easier if you park outside or in a shared garage. Not everything is perfect. The V20 is heavy at around 84 pounds, so carrying it upstairs is tough and loading it into a car takes some muscle or a ramp. Out-of-the-box alignment and cable routing deserve attention. If you rush through assembly, you might end up with a rubbing rotor or a stiff steering feel. Take your time, double-check torque on the stem, axle nuts, and brake mounts, and verify that every plug is pushed fully together. The motor is powerful enough that you also need to respect it at low speed. Start in a lower assist level until you get used to the throttle response.
It's perfect for riders who want a single bike that can commute during the week, cruise bike paths on the weekend, and tackle unpaved shortcuts without rattling your teeth. The compact wheelbase keeps it lively, and the fat tires make it feel planted over rough patches. The 1-year warranty adds peace of mind, and the 2024 updates feel current, from the lighting to the controls. If you're new to e-bikes, pedal assist means the motor adds power as you pedal, and you choose how much help you want by changing assist levels. Peak power is the short burst the motor can deliver for acceleration or hills, while the 48V 15.6 battery figure describes the energy capacity. Higher amp hours generally mean more range. From my experience, the V20 rides best when you treat it like a versatile cruiser with real muscle. Keep tire pressure appropriate for your route, bed in the brakes, and check bolts after the first few rides. Use the signals and lights in traffic, and save the top assist levels for open road. If you plan to store it indoors, consider a mat or tray for the tires, and a lightweight wall charger location where you can see the charge light. The included pump and tools are handy for quick tweaks, though I'd still pick up a quality floor pump with a gauge for consistent pressure. In my opinion, the Tamobyke V20 brings together the right mix of power, comfort, and straightforward controls for riders who want a confident, fun ride without overcomplicating the tech. I'd recommend this for commuters with mixed terrain, weekend explorers who want the stability of fat tires, and anyone who prefers a relaxed upright posture with extra torque on tap. If you need to carry your bike upstairs daily or you're chasing ultra-long range on throttle-only rides, look closely at your use case or upgrade to the dual battery option. Key features that stood out to me are the punchy 1,000-watt motor, the full suspension that really helps on bad pavement, the hydraulic disc brakes for consistent stopping, the removable 48V 15.6 battery, and an easy-to-read LCD with useful info like voltage and trip. The included pump and tools are handy for quick tweaks, though I'd still pick up a quality floor pump with a gauge for consistent pressure. In conclusion, the Tamobyke V20 brings together the right mix of power, comfort, and straightforward controls for riders who want a confident, fun ride without overcomplicating the tech. I'd recommend this for commuters with mixed terrain, weekend explorers who want the stability of fat tires, and anyone who prefers a relaxed upright posture with extra torque on tap. If you need to carry your bike upstairs daily or you're chasing ultra-long range on throttle-only rides, look closely at your use case or upgrade to the dual battery option. I will share detailed information about the Tamobyke V20 in the comments section, everyone. Thank you for watching.